Hello everyone, this is Jodo Caden Gaming, and it's 9 a.m. in the morning, but that's not what I came here to talk about. Anyway, while I was sick, yes I have been sick, that's why I haven't been posting videos, but while I was sick, I had some time to play a lot of MechWarrior, and I ended up playing the Trial Stalker, and I pretty much loved it at first. Granted, I wasn't a big fan of these LRMs or its low heat efficiency, but I ended up buying one because I figured I could customize it. And I found a build which is incredibly powerful. Now, in this video I'll be showing off that build. For one thing, all its missile slots I put SRM-6s in. Now you might say, why not just use the SRM Catapult? You know, that has tons of SRM-6s, and it's faster and more maneuverable. I guess you could, but this one has more heat efficiency, you can carry more ammo on it. It also has 4 medium lasers, which, believe it or not, do help out quite a lot, because SRMs do a lot of damage, but it's hard to pinpoint them on one area. So the medium lasers often help to finish up what your SRMs do heavy damage to. Excuse me, I'm stuttering a bit today. Now, another benefit of this variant, I'll show you what variant it is. Well, actually I can't because all my mech slots are filled and I can't do create new mech. But you can see right here, it's the Stalker-5M. It starts with double heat sinks, which is another benefit. Now, I got the 310 engine because this thing's slow, and to use SRMs effectively, you have to get up close to it. And also, this engine has 2 built-in heat sinks, which really helps because you can see I have pretty much no room on this thing. Everything's filled to the brim. Now, another reason why this is better than the SRM Cat is because, well, simply, armor. This thing can take a beating. If an SRM Cat tries to go toe-to-toe with this, generally it'll lose. Now, I'm not saying this is the absolute best mech, but it's pretty much the best mech if going toe-to-toe with, say, any assault mech, or any heavy, or any medium. I'm not saying it's unbeatable, but it is probably the best mech for me. Now, at the end of the next video, or maybe this video, depending on how long it takes, I'm going to be listing the benefits and the weaknesses of this build, because while this build is an excellent build, it has quite a few weaknesses as I've discovered. But while I say this is a very good build, you don't have to take my word for it. In the next video, I'm going to be showing this thing in action. I'm going to play maybe 1 or 2 games, probably just 1 game with it, because I'm also going to be making a series with this, so if you want additional games and tactics on how to use this, just look up my series on it. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to get in game. It'll probably be in the next part of this because of problems with my recording software. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you all next time. Have a nice day. Alright, and we are back. This game isn't actually directly after that last video. I played 1 game to test some stuff out, so if you look at my GXP and say, that doesn't add up, well, that's because I played 1 game. I perfectly admit to it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this game. Now, as you can see, my mech is very slow. Well, not that slow for an assault mech, but I'm not going to be catching anyone in a hurry. I mean, granted, I do have the best engine possible, but I simply can't keep up with a medium or heavy mech with a good engine. Now, I do have a whole lot of firepower, as you can see to the right side, and as I mentioned, I actually do have more firepower than a SRM Cat, because, believe it or not, the medium lasers do quite a bit of damage, even though a lot of people seem to not consider them when they're boating one item, such as the SRM or the SRM Streak. Now, I'm moving up towards Kappa. I don't like going towards Theta because it's far too exposed. Simply going to Kappa is much safer because you have all these buildings to block LRMs and gauze shots. If I had gone to Theta, there's a high chance of me getting killed, and as I mentioned, I'm very slow. So, I cannot get away from LRMs, gauzes, and the like in a hurry. Now, I see a foolish dragon marching in. He's got a pair of SRMs on. There's no way he can match my firepower. I I just have so much more firepower than him. If he turns around, he's gonna die. Now, I'm trying to bait him towards my friends, because simply, they're gonna, kill him. Now he's coming back towards me, which is foolish of him. And my last shot, while not a very good hit, ended up taking off most of his armor. And then my friend steals the kill like a good friend. Now let's see. This enemy team seems to be coming in one by one. Not doing very well. And yes, while that was with some help of my friends, you can just see how much firepower this mech does have. I mean, I did have my friends shooting with me, but most of that damage was done by me. At the end of this, you'll be able to see just how high my damage is. One game, the very first game I was actually testing this out, I made 1,000 damage. It was ridiculous. Now let's see. In a normal mech, I wouldn't go at this, but this mech has quite a lot of firepower, so I think it is worth the risk of going at this Elium, or whatever you want to call it. Now, I think there's actually too much firepower, so I'm going to... Now, the bane of this mech is light mechs, frankly. Unless I can get one to stop, like this one is, they're gonna just own me. But since this one was kind of dumb, and he just stopped, it seems like I will actually be able to take him out with little trouble. And there, again, my friend, like a good friend, steals my kill, messing up my KP, my kill per death ratio. But it's fine. Anyway, you can see each volley pretty much messes up 10% of their armor. I've just killed 2 mechs personally, which I got the kill count for, and there were another 2 I messed up pretty badly. So you can see, this mech is pretty good. Now, what I'm not showing you is, if you're not careful, you can get utterly obliterated in this mech. And I mean absolutely slaughtered. I know I kill stealed right there, even though I was complaining about kill steals. Hey, if they're gonna do it, you might as well, right? But yeah, what I'm not showing you is how easily this mech gets obliterated if not used correctly. Because if you don't get close up, you've just got 4 medium lasers. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from 4 medium lasers. They're pretty good, but quite frankly, you don't have masses of firepower to back you up. And I don't have much more armor than a regular mech. I mean, really. I'm an assault mech. Yes, I got plenty of armor, but I don't have anything amazing about my armor. Now, as you can see, I have 4 kills. Granted, not all of these were utterly to my kill credit, but at least 3 of them I did the majority of the damage on. So you can see just how powerful, when played right, this build can be. Now, I'm not guaranteeing everyone will own with this. It took me a little bit to really get an understanding of this build. When you're not careful with this, you're going to get utterly and totally slaughtered with this thing. Because you can get out of position easily, and then LRMs, gauzes, even large lasers and medium lasers will tear you up if you can't get up close. And if you do get up close and then find yourself in the middle of, say, 4 mechs, well, quite frankly, you're not going to be happy. So while this mech does have tons and tons of firepower, it can also get torn up pretty easily. It easily gets taken out of position, and light mechs will run circles around you. Unless the light mech's stupid, there's pretty much nothing you can do against them. Against light mechs, I tend to play limp, if you will. I essentially pretend I'm a bad pilot, move slowly, don't turn towards them, try to get them to foolishly stop, basically. I'll probably show you here if this guy isn't dumb enough to get into the path of my weapon systems. Now, I don't fire back. I just try to get my guns aligned for a good shot. Now, that wasn't the greatest of shots, but my armor's damaged enough I don't want to risk playing dead, if you will. And also, this Raven's not a super fast Raven, so as you can see, I've gotten a few missile hits off on him. Another one of the problems with these builds is ammo. As you can see, I'm down to 62 shots. I mean, that's kind of fine because most of the enemies are dead, but if you're careless with your shots, you can end up wasting your shots before all the enemies are dead. Although I do have 5 tons of ammo, so I don't usually have that problem, but it is something which can occur. But yeah, as you can see, I made 1,152 damage, 4 kills, and 3 assists. I'd like to see someone do much better than that. Now, I don't guarantee you do that well every game. I mean, I kind of got lucky that game. But with this build, you can own if you play well. Now, as you can see, my GXP is a little bit different than it should be, but that's because I played one game before this to do something. And so are my C-bills. But yeah, basically, to sum it all up, strength of this build is heavy short-ranged damage. And also the medium lasers for medium range. The weaknesses are, well, while it does have good armor, it's not exceptional armor. And while it's not the slowest mech in the world, it's pretty slow. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to show you any Atlas killing that game, but oh well, you can't have everything, right? In the series I plan to make, I'll probably put a link to it if I actually get around to making it anytime soon in the description. But yeah, in the series, you should see some Atlas killing, hopefully. But yeah, that's potentially the best mech in the game, at least for close-range fighting. Hope you all enjoyed that, and I'll see you all next time. Have a nice day. Oh, and by the way, don't cast when you have a sore throat. It's not comfortable.